yards to go from the 30-yard line for Ohio State. Green back to throw. Getting pressure. Gets it off. Intercepted by Barney Person. Now UCLA all fired up as the football at the Ohio State 38-yard line. They put one on here, Keith, and the game begins to tighten when the momentum.
2 and 4 to the slow-mos, Johnny. Okay, 76, camera 1. Defense 76, defense 86. Camera 3, camera 2, you've got the ball.
Gerald gets it up as a man, Wally Henry.
Oh, we got it on slow-mo A, Andy. All right, watch the slow-mo A.
Let's take a look at it again. Inside handoff fake, and Shara comes up with the ball and drills it in, and that is a remarkable catch by Henry.
Freeze it. Well, I could really go for a piece of chicken.
Hang on, we've got 11 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the game.
When the Los Angeles Coliseum was built for the 1932 Olympics, television was only a curiosity. Today, workers are preparing the field for a nationally televised primetime football game between UCLA and Ohio State. 31 million people will see the show, live and in color. Andy Sidaris will direct it.
I must do live shows because that's part of my, it's what I get a high on. There's the countdown on the wall when you start seeing the second hand moving up with 10, 9, 8. It's almost like a countdown of a rocket going off or something. And the producer's next to you, and you know there's a million things that are going to start coming together. And all the talk on the headsets and all the confusion and everything starts to come down to where just my voice is heard. And the countdown is coming, and boom, we're on the air.
Maybe it'd be a better idea if I just bring it out. That's all right. I can undo it.
Wednesday morning, 3 days before the game, 5 trucks and a 50-man crew arrive at the Coliseum. These men have worked together for 10 years, broadcasting nationwide from a new location each week.
Get in Chicago about 4:30 or 5 a.m., get out about 6 a.m., be in at 7, sleep till 10.
50 live sports broadcasts a year, setting up and packing up, living in hotels, and moving their vast tangle of electronics from town to town. This 3-hour broadcast will require about $2 million in equipment and several thousand hours of labor.
Yeah, that's it.
4 cameras in the stands, 3 on the sidelines, and a camera in the Goodyear blimp, 2,000 feet above. Slow-motion machines for instant replay, videotape recorders, microphones, coffee machines, and miles of camera cable. Commands and directions are carried on 3 intercom channels, and 9 telephone lines link with the outside world. Thousands of connections, made and remade at each new location. Slowly, in the days and hours before airtime, they lace it all together and hope that everything works.
Hello, Bob. Hello, Bobby Greenseth. Yeah. And fire camera 4 whenever you're ready.
It all feeds into the production control center, a specially designed video truck parked outside the stadium.
So actually this is the control part of the whole truck. Everything that happens back here before it gets up into the front. We have 2 color monitors up there. One is for the senior video man who matches all the cameras and tries to keep the colors all the same. And then we have a transmission switcher here where we can set all phases before they ever go into their main switcher. We have facilities to do just about anything that we would ever have to do in a truck here.
You know how it all works?
Yes, I gotta know.
These are some of the biggest alcoholics you'll ever meet on any sportscast right here. What do you think, Dick? These guys drink a lot, I'll tell you that. See you.
Jan Slocum. Huh? Well, I was in. You know who she went with? She went with them. Now we got it. All right, would you go to the left 642, please?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, how about the near crowd mic?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Señor Peruna. song one time for the guys of us that are still pulling for SMU. A lot of colleges, you know, they'll have great teams and they'll be yelling stuff like, we're number one, we're number one. At SMU we used to yell, we're number 36, we're number 32. These numbers would come out of the stands. We're number 45, whatever the poll had us at. You know, we were never that good, but we had the prettiest women in the world. Right, Skip?
Yes, they were.
The most beautiful women in the world, I got to tell you. All in cashmere, little skirts, little penny loafers, and each year the pennies were updated. Fantastic. I loved them. You know, that's the one thing that I loved about going to college. I was a girl watcher when I was 3 inches high. I was a girl watcher. I came out and said, my God, it's frightening. Look at those women out there. Every one of them need to be kissed and hugged and taken care of.
How'd you get the idea for honey shots?
I got the idea for honey shots because I am a dirty old man. Okay, because I turned 17, I remember it was terrifying. Every time I'd look at a girl, I'd just tremble. And I thought, if I'm like that, maybe other people are like that. And you know what? They are. They sure as hell are.
Andy is, I think, compliments me well in that I am a little bit quicker fuse and a little bit more volatile and a little louder than Andy's very...
Working closely with Sidaris and having overall responsibility for the broadcast is the producer, Chuck Howard.
And let's face it, this is live. It isn't Marcus Welby where if something wrong with take two, they take one, they have take two. If we aren't isolated on the guy who makes the touchdown catch, then we can't replay it.
Then if we had some of his other credits, we could also put in the roll.
No, that's going to be too much because you're only going to have 15 seconds.
A special team of young technicians handle all statistics.
That's your final page, and that goes at 1870.
Names and numbers for the broadcast are generated on two small computers called chyrons. Yards gained and lost, scores from other games, completions and interceptions, all of it entered into the machine's memory, constantly updated and called onto the screen when needed.
Chuck, would you prefer Howard's Hopalong, Cassidy? Quote Hopalong for people that might remember him as that, or just Howard? Okay.
What I do on Fridays is I come in on Fridays, we have a camera rehearsal. But before we have our camera rehearsal, I put up cards everywhere so I know which monitor refers to which camera on the field. In this particular case, tomorrow's ball game, we have 8 cameras. We have 5 cameras that are primarily covering the ball game, 2 handheld cameras for color, for coaches and benches and cheerleaders, etc., and we have a blimp. So essentially what the director does is look at all these pictures, coordinates through his mouthpiece, through his headset, to all the cameramen, and calls out which pictures in which sequence that he wants these pictures to be on the air. And it's all very complicated.
Andy, what is a blimp going to be able to see?
We'll see the entire L.A. basin. We should be able to get some nice smog shots the way it is today and the way it's going to be tomorrow.
Let's see one.
Put one up on the line.
Late Friday afternoon, 24 hours to airtime, Sidaris and Howard moved to the control truck for camera rehearsal, checking the setup for the last time.
One looks a little caca because of the light source. You got an extender in there too, right, Evan? All right, so 2, 3, and 4 look fine.
Oh, what is this?
And
look at camera 7.
Yeah, camera 7 is really...
Worst looking.
How do you guys see the UCLA numbers when we can't see them in here? Poorly.
Poorly.
Right? Huh? Yeah, Braille. I'm hip. Now, Mike, which end zone are you able to break into? Okay, opposite Evan and the Chancellor. We didn't show the Chancellor last time, and we're not showing him this time, Mike. We're going to show girls. No more of those. We've got to show some girls, and occasionally we'll get a football play in there, if we're lucky.
Andy will love that.
Portions of the broadcast are pre-recorded on videotape, including a halftime piece about the UCLA campus.
This would be great for something like player intros. Huh? Chuck will love it. Huh?
From the booth at 3:30, and Bill, you've got 3 things. You've got the campus, the NCAA, and the fireman's flashback. So at 6:00:30, Andy, we have opening billboard, and we come out of that with a blimp.
Planning for this broadcast began months ago, and now on the morning of the game, key personnel gather at the Century Plaza Hotel for a final production meeting.
At this time, Jeff, we're going to want music. The bands will be back in their seat, having finished their pregame thing. Okay. Keith and Bud, we're not going to tape your opening ahead of time.
Announcers Keith Jackson and Bud Wilkinson will do their commentary from the press booth.
I would like to do a thing just with one freeze frame of Griffin and Sharp. You've already talked about the game and the weather, and you've had a minute and a half.
Tonight's plan, detailed to the second and passed on to a team of young associate directors and assistants.
Another aspect of this game is its possible Heisman Trophy ramifications. And just short, and Roger, I'm not going to show the footage.
Roger Goodman, who will coordinate commercials. Rick LaCivita, in charge of the Chiron truck. And Chris Carmody, who will try to keep things running smoothly on the field.
And we're followed with several commitments. One is we do have a commitment, Bill, to do the Chevrolet thing this week, no matter how long the game runs or anything like that.
Close to $1 million will change hands tonight, with UCLA and Ohio State sharing about $250,000 each with the other teams in their conferences.
Coming back out of that, of commercial one,
but it will all come from advertising, from commercials carefully tailored to the show's audience.
Bill, tag that just to...
That's already tagged.
Tagged, okay.
Sidaris and Howard have to plan the broadcast knowing it must include 20 minutes of commercials, sold to advertisers at $40,000 a minute. The price depends on the show's rating, how many viewers it is likely to attract in competition with other programs. Tonight's game was rescheduled to avoid NBC's coverage of the Major League Baseball playoffs, but will still compete against the CBS Evening News, Lawrence Welk, and Mary Tyler Moore.
This is an entertainment medium. College football is entertainment, television is entertainment. They're in show business, whether they like it or not. We've talked to a lot of athletic directors, and they're all out there fighting for that entertainment dollar. And if you want to put on a show and you want to have a successful football program, you've got to be able to show those spectators something that they're going to be interested in.
Okay, and just sort of look up into the camera and ham it up.
Okay, it's 10 after 6 right now. Is that what you have?
Yeah, it's 10 after 5.
Chuck? I don't even know if they're...
What?
I just talked to the UCLA coaches. They're going with the light blue jerseys with the gold numbers
Trimmed in blue, dark blue. Not the mesh. They're going with the good ones.
It is now 12 minutes to 6. You are on at 6:01:30. Is this your best-looking girl? That's what we really want.
Just like this, okay? You guys get behind him a little bit. Okay. All right.
I've got about 40 things I'm doing at once here.
Tommy, what's wrong with slow-mo? I have no idea. We have no sync to the machines at all. Both of them are... No sync? No sync. It can't be just me. Don't give me that crap. Everybody's a maintenance man. Get it fixed.
Damn, why can we not? Why do we have these problems here at the Coliseum?
All right. You're screwed up too, pal.
Tape not on Genlock. It's not just tape, John, because it's something to do with the sync.
It's tape and slow-mo.
I know. Prime time game.
8 minutes to 6 o'clock. RGD, you read me. 8 minutes to 6.
You can't trust anybody. I mean, in that hour time, I've got to check the bands, I've got to go over, I've got to talk to the teams, I've got to make sure that they are ready and raring to go. Now, Woody Hayes is a very temperamental coach. He's the kind of coach that'll, when I say, Woody, if you can have the teams on the field, your team first at 6:05:45. Woody can come down to that entrance at 6:05:15, say, that's enough, we're going out on the field, and I have a heart attack right then and there.
Get that guy out of the shot. Get everybody out of the shot up there in that booth and keep them out from now on. Hey, Keith, we have a technical problem right now. I'm not sure whether we're going to have the slow motions at the beginning.
The Griffin Sherman thing?
Yes.
Well, if you don't, I'll just mention it in passing.
Yeah.
I'll just skim over.
Chuck, this is Jeff. I need to talk to you. What? What time do you envision kickoff exactly? We're having troubles with Woody. Tell him, I would say 6:09. Well, Woody claims that he heard the kickoff was 6:07, and he's not going to hold him for us, but we're doing our best now. It's not telling that the kickoff is not going to be at 6:07. Wait, I'm doing that right now. 2 minutes to the break. And the kickoff is going to come, when his team runs out, they're going to come out and flip the coin, and that's it.
1 minute, gentlemen. Chuck, you're going to give me a roll on that?
Yeah, but there's a courtesy and there's an extra 30 seconds. You're actually rolling it straight down, aren't you, Raj?
That is affirmative. I'm 40 seconds from the
40
roll.
seconds of the roll.
Can I be excused for a while?
Just tell
Yeah.
me.
Thank you.
You got
About a minute and a half to you, Blimp.
How long to the blimp, Roger? It's
30 to the roll.
No, Roger, listen to my 30. It's about a minute and a half to the blimp.
Minute 5.
Well, a minute and a half now.
It's not a minute and 5 to the blimp, Roger. Listen to my, it's wrong. How long is it to the blimp?
Let me get the roll. 15 to the roll.
Once we
10 to the roll.
Once I roll it, then you'll know it's a minute to you.
So it's a minute 20 when we roll it.
5, 4,
Once we roll it.
2, 1, roll.
Tapes rolling. A minute and 20, Archie.
Full programming will not be seen at this time so that we may bring you the following...
Tapes rolling, Keith. Let's have a
As
good
soon as I take the blimp, it'll be a minute to you. Okay, you're on.
NCAA college football. Tonight, a pair of unbeaten square off top-ranked Buckeyes of Ohio State against the UCLA Bruins. This ABC Sports Exclusive is brought to you by Goodyear.
Makers the polysteel radial tire. It keeps its feet even in the rain. And by
About 20 seconds to you, Blimp.
When you say Budweiser, you've said it all.
Stand by, Blimp. Okay, right in there is fine, Blimp. Stand by, Blimp. Stand by, we're coming to you, and dissolve the blimp. We're on you. Ease it back. Video, help the blimp. Shade the blimp.
As a hot October day fades.
Keep coming back, Archie. Stand by for your first mat.
In from the desert, having pushed the temperatures past the 90-degree mark today in the area.
Shade the blimp, atta baby. All right, come on down to the Coliseum. Help the blimp, and Matt here.
As we move into the dark hour, these two teams have met twice previously, and the series is even at 1-1. In the case of Ohio State, it's the usual.
Where's the band?
They aren't playing, Chuck.
Well, let's get them playing.
Drew, get them to play. Sit them down and play.
This game tonight also matches two of the prime Heisman Trophy candidates for 1975.
Music from the field, guys. I don't hear the band.
Chuck, believe me, we told them and everything.
No, I don't hear any music. All right, quiet.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson. I'll be calling the play for tonight's ball game. Bill Fleming and Jim Lampley working along the field. And in tonight's ball game, we might say...
Get them on. Get the teams on. I don't know why we can't get any bands.
Stand by 5.
As the UCLA Bruins come onto the field, it's important that John...
And put 5 in chroma key.
Speaking of edges, and you look to the little points, Ohio State probably has the soundest kicking game in college football.
Stand by commercial, Keith. Finally, we got some music. Stand by commercial. Get off, Andy. Roll your commercial, Roger. Count me. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
The teams are on the field. We'll kick it off in a moment.
Okay. Announcers are breaking, Jimmy.
Langford's breaking.
Yeah, Langford should break. That wasn't a bad opening. It wasn't one of the great ones, but it wasn't a bad one. It's slow enough.
Yeah.
Raj, how long out of this commercial?
Have what? Natural sound on both tapes.
Roger, I think we'll forget the Olympic. Forget the Olympic.
Natural sound.
Who's receiving?
Ohio State's receiving.
Drop the mat. Drop the mat. Drop the mat.
Come blimp, Andy. Coming back one.
Come on back
wide.
wider, Blimp. Take Blimp.
And go, Keith.
The Ohio State Buckeyes have won the toss.
Drop
and they
the
have
mat
elected
and
to
take
receive.
7.
In this football game, the Buckeyes...
What do we take 4?
Jesus, what do we have? What are the problems for?
What happens when we take 7? Is there some problem? Do you want to try 7 again? Stand by to go to 7. Stay with her 7. Take 7.
On the deep guy.
Take 4. I don't know.
No, the guy, the deep guy. Andy,
Okay, go ahead deep. Tight on the deep guy.
And here we go. It goes to Willis. He's got it at the 8-yard line. Coming to the sidelines. He almost broke it.
Peaches, sell us some of those broads. Front shots of those broads.
All sorts of things, and the more you do, the more I'll shoot, the more will be on the air. So if you'll get out, just give me anything you got right now.
Okay.
Under pick Big D, split.
Peaches. Peaches. Give me a nod if you hear me, B. Okay. Okay, what down is it? Second down and 6, okay.
It's second down and 6 for UCLA. The Buckeyes fumble on a hard hit by Cliff Frazier. The Bruins taking over. Now they're starting to move it. And it's in.
Look at that kid fly. Fly, baby, fly.
It's first down, UCLA at the Ohio State 21-yard line. 35 yards on the gallop by Eddie Ayers. It was Bruce Rule who finally pulled him down.
Beautiful little counter fake that time by Shara that set it up for him.
All right, coming out of this to 4. Stand by to come out of this to 4. And wipe to 4.
Tyler been the big runner, averaging 7.3 yards a try. That counter fake drew the Buckeyes in the wrong direction and opened it up.
Bruins in business, first down, near the 21-yard line of Ohio State. Shara comes down the line, gives to Ayers again, and Eddie.
All right, get down there, Mike. Take 6.
Hitting on the right side of the line.
Video help 6. And take 4. And stand by slow-mo B. Wipe to slow-mo B.
Kuhn, the linebacker for Ohio State, moving to the inside. He's blocked hard there. It slides off the block to make the tackle.
It's second down and 2 yards to go now for UCLA. The football at near the Ohio State 13-yard line. Shara back to throw. Throws it. Sarkey got it. Touchdown. And so the UCLA Bruins break on top. And it grows quiet along the banks of the Olentangy.
Really impressive drive. They look like some football team.
Take 1. Take 5. Take 6. Take 1. Take 4. Take 6. Take 5. Beauty. Take 3.
We anticipated.
Tighten it in there, Blimp. Tighten it a little bit. Take the Blimp. You're on, Blimp. Ease it on in, Blimp. Ease it on in.
And so there you have it. And so the Buckeyes, stung by the UCLA touchdown, retaliate with a 92-yard march and make it even. Johnson, touchdown!
Amazing statistic. Ohio State has had the ball 19 minutes and 20 seconds as we have 5 minutes left to play in the first half.
Griffin. Touchdown!
He's over 100 yards.
That takes Archie Griffin over 100 yards. And Ohio State running away with it.
Come on, let's go, run.
Change the score up here to 28-7. Don't too fun. 28-7.
So it's a big lead for Ohio State and Woody Hayes at the end of the first half. And here's Jim Lampley.
Coach, with the exception of the one fumble in the UCLA drive, you've had a near-perfect half.
Well, we're never perfect, but we did score the next 4 times we got the ball. But we always say at the half, the game is nothing to nothing, and that's the way it is.
Woody Hayes. Now back up to Keith Jackson.
All right, Jimmy. Ohio State 28, UCLA 7 after the first 2 quarters of play.
I almost grabbed him by the arm.
10, 9, 8, 7.
I thought better of it.
Touchdown! Brian Vashnagle threw the big block to get the Ohio State quarterback into the end zone. And
that's
so
good, Andy. Roll your commercial, Roger. 10, wipe to slow-mo. 9, 8, quickly. 7, quickly. 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold it. No commercial, Raj. Hold it. Don't take the commercial. Don't. All right, keep going. Keep going. All right. No, go back to the commercial. Oh, Roger. Keep it going. Where's the commercial, Raj?
Or some infraction.
I'm trying to get to it, Chuck. He couldn't relay the message fast enough. Roger, when he says no, roll the commercial. Come on, please, guys, roll it. 5, 4, 3, commercial. 2, 1. Boy, that's sloppy. You can't say don't you ever punch out of a commercial until I tell you. You told me to. I said no, don't go to it, and you went to it anyhow. Once you go to it, Don't punch out of it until I tell you to. Meanwhile, I'm 20 back. Roger, you understand what I mean. Don't punch out a commercial. I just tell you. Just listen to me, Roger. 15. I know what you're saying, Chuck. I won't do it. All right. You're not punching out commercials until I tell you. 8. That's correct. 7. 6. Stand by.
Hand right a little bit on this, John. We're almost back.
2.
And we're back.
1. Let him go. And go, Keith.
Tom Sklidany will kick it off for
2 and 4 to slow-mos. Camera 1 to VTR 2. 83 camera 2. 87 camera 4. Defense.
21 hours of televised football on the average fall weekend. 5 games to choose from, 300 commercials.
48 on you, camera 1, from the end zone.
This is how Americans consume football. Choreographed and orchestrated by 50 men for an audience of 31 million.
Let's take it back on slow-mo A.
Sidaris and Howard decided what we saw and how we saw it. Television gave them an elaborate power over the events on the field, shaping and transforming a college football game into a commercial television show.
As time is gone. And so the Ohio State Buckeyes come west, play on grass, and play at night. Meet the UCLA Bruins 41-20.
This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.
It's over. Okay, Archie, you're off. Thank you.
All clear. Everybody's
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. A weird pickup. See, but you don't know.
All clear.
What's going on.
I know. Tape, slow-mo, video. Bobby, good job with all these troubles.